Welcome to Cheshire and welcome to Macclesfield Football Club. Back home now, the game ended 1-0 to the New Saints. So Declan McManus' goal was all that separated the sides come the final whistle. And while I was there, I did interviews before the kick-off with Robbie Savage, who's involved, of course, with Macclesfield now, and the New Saints sporting director, Gary Brabin, who himself has a pedigree as a footballer in the professional game in England. Robbie, first of all, it's a friendly today between Macclesfield and the New Saints. How did that come about?
It was our ex-head coach Danzy before he went off to Tranmere. I think he knows I'm your manager, and he arranged the game. It was our first pre-season game. We thought it would be a great start for us. I know it's the New Saints' last game before their amazing, game they've got in the Champions League qualifying next week. So your last game, our first, so it should be a great test for us physically because we're playing against a real good side.
And how are things going at Macclesfield generally?
Brilliant, yeah, 2 promotions in a row. You can see, what we've done to the stadium. We've recruited really well this summer. The aim is to get into the National League North at the first attempt. We know it's going to be very difficult, some fantastic teams. I think a bit like yourselves, when teams play against the New Saints, is their cup final. And that's what we feel every single week, that because of the size of the stadium, because of the size of the club at these levels, everybody wants to beat you, and I'm sure that New Saints have had that for the majority of their existence.
And finally, what would you say to people living in the Macclesfield area, perhaps lapsed supporters, maybe those in the wider area, football fans but haven't been here yet?
Well, we're very fortunate. We averaged nearly 4,000 fans last year, which is quite remarkable. We've had to up the capacity this season to 5,300 because of the nature of the football club with all the young fans now. I think we've got 1,500 youngsters now, new fans, which is quite remarkable. So we're in a really good place. And as I say, at these levels, it's unheard of to have this size of crowd. FC United did it, but it's continue that momentum, continue that journey. People want to see, you know, a team progressing, but the most important thing for these fans is they've got a football club. You know, 2.5 years ago there was no football club, so for them to come with their family, generations of family on a match day to support their local team is what we wanted to do. We've achieved it.
Gary Brabin, it'll be a good test for the New Saints this afternoon.
Yeah, it's a good game. A club that's on the rise, good history. It's had a bad few years, but it's, you know, it's gladly getting back on track, and they've got a good strong squad, so it'll be a good test for us.
And it's our final friendly before we do begin the Champions League next week. Have you been happy with what you've seen so far?
Yeah, the lads look fit, they look strong, they put in some real good performances as well. We've had some good results, but it's not always about the results, although you'd always want to win. But yeah, I think all preparation's gone really well.
And finally, on a personal level, you have been to Moss Rose before and played.
Yes, been here a few times, played, yeah. Had some good battles out here over the years, and like I said, it's a good club, and it's one that I'm glad to see that's sort of getting back where it belongs.